I came across this channel recently, and it genuinely caught my attention. They're doing something interesting, but first, let's look at some of the stats on the channel. If you check out their oldest video, you'll see that it was uploaded just about a month ago. That single video alone has already crossed 800,000 views, and it doesn't stop there. Most of their uploads are pulling in some impressive numbers. This one was posted just 12 days ago and is already sitting at nearly 700,000 views. In fact, only 2 of their videos didn't do nearly as well, but those are clearly the exception. The majority of their videos are consistently pulling in hundreds of thousands of views, which is pretty impressive for such a new channel. They've also posted some shorts, but those haven't done as well as their long form. Most of them struggle to gain traction. None have really broken past 11,000 views. That tells us something very important. Long-form content is the way to go for this particular niche. Now, let's look at exactly what they're doing that's bringing them these impressive results. They're combining the self-improvement niche with the psychology niche to create some really intriguing videos. And they couple it with unique branding similar to these channels that have seen tremendous success with that strategy. Now, if you're wondering why this channel is combining these particular 2 niches, the answer is quite simple. The psychology niche is one of the most popular and consistently performing niches on YouTube. On top of that, self-improvement has been exploding recently. So this channel is riding right at the intersection of those 2 spaces, which explains why it's growing so fast. The good news is that the actual content itself is relatively simple to produce. They're simply using an AI-generated character that has an almost hand-drawn feel to it for their demonstration. That character remains consistent across every one of their videos, as well as the thumbnails. And editing is also quite straightforward, nothing flashy or overly produced. So a bit of character branding, AI voiceover, image generation using the right prompt, and you should have everything you need to create this style of content. I'm going to break down the exact process of creating the videos. That way, you can finally start that YouTube channel you've been pushing back. This year has only just started, and honestly, there's no better time to take action. AI has made it 10 times easier for us to create content, so your job is to learn to take advantage of it. Don't get stuck overthinking every decision or waiting for the perfect moment. The most important step is simply starting. Pick a niche, commit to it, and focus on making your content better with each upload. Even if you don't have the funds to create the videos, niches like these can be done with almost completely free AI tools. I say almost because a tool like 11 Labs, which I typically recommend, is not completely free. But there are a bunch of other alternatives even for that one. We'll talk about that later in the video. And as usual, I've gone ahead and provided all the prompts for every step of the process, so you don't have to figure things out from scratch. You can grab the full prompt document using the links in the description or the pinned comment. It's available on both Discord and Skool. Now, before we get started, here are the winners of the Magic Light giveaway from the previous video. If your ID is included, simply sign up for a free Magic Light account and then forward me the email that you used. You can leave it as a reply to my comment on your original comment on that video, or reach me on Discord, Skool, or via email. Before we actually start creating content, let's work on the character to use for the channel. These prompts can help you with some interesting ones. That same character can also be used for the channel logo. However, the channel we're modeling doesn't actually use their character as their logo or even in the banner. Instead, they use them in the thumbnails and throughout the storytelling. Personally, I think if you're going to commit to this style, it makes sense to go all in. Instead of using a random image for your logo, you can use your character as the core visual identity of the channel. You need to test out the character prompts to see one that fits the style you want, or simply modify one yourself. I'm using Whisk to generate the image, but feel free to use your favorite tool. If you don't like the results, just try another character prompt, or even add the prompts to ChatGPT and ask for different variations. Once you've found a character you're happy with, go ahead and use that as your channel logo. For the banner, you can use Canva. Just open Canva and search for YouTube banner, select the template, and it'll open the correct Canva size for you. From there, simply upload your character image and place it into the design. If your image has a background and it's not white or transparent, you have a couple of options. For Canva Pro users, you can remove the background directly inside Canva. Otherwise, if you're on the free version, no problem. You can use a third-party background remover like Adobe's Background Remover. Just upload the image and you're good to go. Once you've downloaded the image, you can simply drop it inside Canva. I'll flip it this way to change where the character is facing. You can use a safe margin guide if you want to make sure everything stays visible on mobile. But honestly, this looks fine already and shouldn't cause any issues. If you want, you can add some text as well, just your channel name or something similar. simple, somewhere on the banner. Play around with the font style, size, and spacing until it feels right. The banner doesn't need to be complicated or overly designed. You can change the background too if you want, but in my opinion, it's not really necessary. Just like that, you have a simple banner. Now, once your channel branding is done, it's time to actually start creating content. Obviously, you need a topic, so you can use this prompt to generate some interesting ones. Just look through and pick the ones that stand out to you. Once you've selected your topic, the next step is creating the script. You'll need to use this prompt. Just make sure you replace the placeholder with the topic and the AI will generate the full script. One important thing you should know is that other creators may also be using the same AI to create scripts for similar or the same topics. When that happens, the AI may sometimes generate something identical to theirs, which could result in your content being considered inauthentic. So what I recommend is that you go through the script, edit, and add your own ideas to make it a bit unique. Once you're done with the script, it's time to generate the voiceover. If you're looking for a free tool for this step, try Google's AI Studio. But 11 Labs is my preferred option, so let's use that. Go to Studio, create a new blank project, and paste in your full script. Make sure everything is selected, choose a voice you like, then hit Generate and let the AI do its thing. Once the voiceover is finished, simply export it as an MP3 file. Simple as that. The next step is to generate the images for the script. But before that, you need image prompts. So copy this prompt and paste it into your AI. Then add your script here in place of the placeholder. The AI will automatically go through your script and generate individual image prompts for each scene. From there, you can use those prompts to create all the images you need for the video. Whisk works just fine, but to speed things up, we're going to use an extension called AutoWhisk that's gaining a lot of popularity. If you're not familiar with it, AutoWhisk is a Google Chrome extension for Whisk that helps automate image generation. Instead of manually generating images one by one, it can handle the process for you, which saves a ton of time. You can download it directly from the Chrome Web Store. Once it's installed, make sure you pin it to your toolbar so it's easy to access. Then, when you're on the Whisk page, just click the extension to run it. Now, copy the new set of image prompts and paste them in. Looks like it automatically removed the numbering, which is perfect. One thing to keep in mind is that each paragraph will now be treated as a separate image prompt. So make sure every image prompt sits in its own paragraph. To keep the character consistent, make sure your character is uploaded and this checkmark is active. After that, set your aspect ratio to 16:9 and just click Start. At this point where it asks whether to create a new project or run it in the current one, make sure you run it in the existing project. This matters because your reference character is already loaded here. If you start a new project, it resets everything and the AI will generate images with random characters instead of yours. The tool will begin generating the images automatically and even prompt you to save them, which makes the whole process incredibly fast. So, instead of spending time generating images one by one, the tool does all the heavy lifting for you. Once everything is saved, it's time to move on to editing. Start by importing all your files into CapCut, then drop the voiceover onto the timeline. From there, go through the audio carefully. If you notice any pauses that feel too long, trim them down, but be careful not to make it sound rushed. After that, make sure your video's aspect ratio is set to 16:9. Then bring in a white background, drag it out so it covers the entire length of the video, and start placing your images on top, lining them up with the flow of the narration. You'll probably notice that some of the images have backgrounds that don't perfectly match the white background you're using, and that's completely fine. You can fix that later. Resize the images, zoom in or out, and tweak their placement based on what feels right for each part of the narration. In case you want to add more than one image to a scene, place the first one, then crop it and confirm. Bring in the second image, crop it as well, flip it if needed, and resize it so it fits the narration flow. Everything depends on how your voiceover moves and what looks natural visually. Go through the entire video this way. Once all the images are in place, you can add a filter. I'll choose this anime black and white filter. Drag it all the way to the end, and now everything has a uniform color. The channel we're modeling doesn't use captions much, but some areas do have text overlays. I recommend adding captions to the full video. Since captions default to white, make sure to change the text color to black so it's readable. Then, go to the animations or templates section. Pick one you like and apply it. Background music is optional. You can add it if you want, but it's not necessary. Once your video looks good, it's time to export at your preferred resolution. The last step is creating the thumbnail. Copy the full thumbnail prompt and paste it into your AI tool. Add your chosen topic and the AI will generate multiple thumbnail options for you to choose from. Test each of these with Whisk, making sure your reference character is still selected. The one you go with depends on your personal preference. Simply download it and you're ready to go. Now, as I said at the beginning, this whole niche and the style of video is currently trending, so there's no better time to jump into it. But if you still want to look at other niches before you decide, check out these videos on your screen. Anyway, thank you and see you in the next one.